Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1373. Sorry, the screen looks a little funky. But anyway, today we are in our Saturday series. Be heard by millions and live your destiny. A creative age leader's guide to speak, sell, serve, and succeed by Angel B. Hartwell. Hartwell. Make your heart well from our angel B. B. Okay, we're on page 42. Tune in. Another way that you can access your clear message is by tuning in to your topic. I'm sorry. Wait, let me get my bookmark so that I don't misread anything anymore. Here's the bookmark. I don't have a bookmark. Okay, never mind. I will use my fingers or something on this instead. I know what I'll use. I'll use my auntie's name card. Tune in. Another way that you can access your clear message is by tuning in to your people. The calling that brought you to this book is a calling that comes from your heart and soul, but also from the people who are praying for you and what you have to offer. They need you. Um, I'll get into what I was going to say for myself in a little while. In the movie Bruce Almighty, starring Jim Carrey, there is a good illustration of this. At one point, Bruce has been given the power of God, and he starts to get prayers from people. He gets so many prayers that his entire apartment is filled with them. Then he decides that he wants to have the prayers come in electronically into his computer. He is so punch drunk with his capacity to be God that he starts answering everybody's prayers and letting them all have what they want. By doing so, of course, he causes a lot of chaos in the world. Sometimes when we pray for something, the answer that sends us is no. Just remember that there's probably a really good reason for that answer. The movie demonstrated how much people around the world are constantly praying. There's a continuous, resonant field of prayers going out into our atmosphere, into the collective consciousness, to the spirit, capital S. People are praying for solutions, inspiration, or the training you have to offer. They are praying because they have a challenge. Maybe they are stuck in a cubicle somewhere and are ready to get out and live a bigger life. Or maybe they want more joy in their lives. Maybe they're tired of being unhappy or sad or loveless or unsatisfied or unfulfilled. The bottom line is that your people are praying for you, and that's the calling you feel. Those prayers create a resonant field of energy like a magnet that gets sent up into the collective, and your heart connects to them. When your heart yearns to serve, it's in answer to those prayers. Your people are praying for you just like they were praying for Stacy. Read her story. So this book is Be Heard by Millions and Live Your Destiny. Client story sourced Stacy, Scacey. Stacy is a photographer with a very successful photography business in Southern California. I was part of a mastermind group, and Stacy was invited to do headshots for all of us because we needed to uplevel our image to look more professional. This is Angel B. Hartwell speaking. That's how I met her. Stacy's story starts with a drive across the desert to Tucson, during which she had a spiritual awakening and was contacted by a group she calls the Mother Guides. They shared with her that she was here to bring death back home again. Death has been marginalized into hospitals, nursing homes, and hospice centers. Her mission was to make death a more natural part of the life cycle experience. Specifically, she was instructed to support the people who sit in their dying loved with their dying loved ones. Stacy shared her experience with somebody else when she first arrived in Tucson, and she was a little freaked out by it. Actually, she was more than a little freaked out. She was a lot freaked out. She didn't know what to think about it. Luckily, we had a photo shoot together and she began to tell me about her vision. The first thing I did for her was validate her experience. I said, "Yes, you're being given a message by a group of spiritually advanced energies. Yes, you are absolutely the one to do this." Her big fear was that she was not big enough, good enough, or deserving enough to carry out this message and fulfill the vision she'd received. She said, "I don't deserve to be the one to do this. There is no way I could ever get this out to the world the way I was shown. I don't think I could ever fully honor this message." Stacy is such a sweet, humble, generous, amazing, gentle, and beautiful being. We worked together for about 7 weeks through a small group mentorship program that I was delivering. As a result of our work together, she was able to get rid of those negative beliefs and value herself more. She released a lot of her fears about speaking and being visible, heard, good, ready, deserving enough, and able to ask for money. One of her big questions was, how am I going to afford to get this thing up and get people to pay me to maintain it? 6 weeks after she finished our work, she wrote a book called The Soul Sitters, self published it, and launched her website. Stacy got clear on her message and was courageous in bringing it to the world. She has created this amazing platform and support system for soul sitters that's funded through a nonprofit foundation. The people who've been praying for help in sitting with a dying loved one are now being served by Stacy, who is answering those prayers. So, actually, my tongue is a bit, so that's why I'm lisping a little bit. Sorry. So, those are the three ways that you can get clarity about your message. To be heard by millions and live your destiny, you must have a clear message. Discover your clear message through either the personal journey of pain to purpose, exploring your heart's yearning, or tuning in to the people who are praying for you. I recommend, however, that you do all three. Then it's a richer tapestry and an even clearer message for the world to hear. You're also going to need to know what your specific speaker archetype is, so go take the Be Heard by Millions Speaker Magic Quiz at quiz.beheardbymillions.com if you haven't yet. More clarity is divinity. Take a deep breath. So, to cover the three ways, there are whether you are author, teacher, mentor, coach, or where does clarity come from? Where does clarity come from? Meditation for grounding. Your journey is teaching people how to do something is number one. Providing some kind of internal transformation that also turns out to create an external transformation is two. Inspiring and motivating are three. So, your journey as a resource for prosperity includes three steps, three ways. Number one is teaching people how to do something. Number two is providing some kind of internal transformation that also turns out to create an external transformation. And number three, inspiring and motivating. This was continued from chapter 4 of last Saturday. How can they hear when your message isn't clear? So that was the rest of chapter 4, which we continued from last week. Now, this particular show that I have is Morsels of a Thought of Wisdom. Now, Angel B. Hartwell has a great deal of wisdom. And I just read to you from chapter 4, which was continued from last Saturday, episode number 1366. Today's is 1373. And last week was a 30-minute show. And today it will be a shorter show, but I recommend that you watch that show and this show in sequence so that you can get the whole part of this chapter. Now, my show is Morsels of a Thought. My inspiration is to inspire people like you to know what the right thing to do is. Knowing the right thing to do is wisdom, as the fortune cookie said, and doing the right thing is virtue. So, if I can inspire you to have a great day with a morsel of a thought of wisdom, then we have a more virtuous world. We have a more we have a more wisdom filled world, and hopefully you will be inspired to do something when you have the energy to do it. And when you are heard by millions and you live your destiny, this you can raise your energy. A creative age leader's guide to speak, sell, serve, and succeed. This is all about energy. All these authors know each other too. Angel B. Hartwell, they know each other. Vika Raider on Fridays, Financial Fridays with Prosper Me, small m, capital E for energy. Um, I think she's got enthusiasm and empowerment in the E as well, which is part of energy. This is all about raising your energy, your awareness, your karma level is great too. I have to say that I have to appreciate Dr. Duck, D-U-C, letter C, Vuong, V-U-O-N-G. He is a retired bariatric surgeon, formerly a surgeon, now working somewhere in New Mexico with a bed and breakfast facility in the mountains. He started me on this journey to do my morsels of a thought of wisdom. My morsels of a thought began on January 2nd, 2021. And I have been making a live show every morning ever since, continuously, no holiday breaks. Occasionally, I have been late, as you saw here. I have been a little late waking up. I am aspiring to turn my show professional and hopefully go show the world morsels of a thought. I have more to do. I would like to get some trademarks. I would like to get a sponsor. If you're interested, or if you know someone who might be interested in helping me set up this venture, I would really appreciate your contacting me. I have a YouTube channel, which is at Ying Orange 99. So it's at sign Ying as in my name, orange as in the fruit, 99 as in part of the year. So Ying Orange 99.com is my Ying Orange 99 at gmail.com is my uh, Gmail account. And then Ying Orange 99 is my YouTube handle. Sorry, I'm so confused. And then here we have House Cat Tracks. It's easiest to find me on Facebook if you can go to facebook.com/housecat as one word, which I didn't do, and then .tracks. So housecat as one word, .tracks. Normally I say house cat tracks in 3 words, but Facebook didn't do it that way for me. So it's housecat.tracks on Facebook. So if you look for me, please look in those 2 places or 3 places. I'm also on Yin Yang, but that's there are like 1,000,003 Yin Yangs on Facebook. So you will only find me as House Cat Tracks' friend. All right. So that is what I'm hoping you do. Good morning, Angel B. Hartwell, John Clark, and a new friend in India. I will have to learn your name. We just got on the phone, on the web 13 minutes prior to this show. So, anyway, I will talk to you again later. See you tomorrow. Okay? Old Kinderhook.